Right now, we're all making our own steps in life. The funny thing is, we all going to end up the same place, just at different times. And mattering which steps you make, how long or how far the journey will be. Or could we say how easy or how hard the journey will be? Either way, we're making this journey in life. And I think it's time that we start making the proper steps together to guarantee that we all end up somewhere good. Now, I'm not going to get in about the virus, UN, deep state, voting stuff about presidents, martial law, stuff about what we call race or racism. I'm not going to get in about religion. I'm going to get into what's about here right now in my face. Right now, what I see in my face is a beautiful path. And this path that I see, it ain't just the one I see out my eyes. It's what I vision. It's what I see to come. And it's just as beautiful as this. Just as beautiful. What I see to come is we stop worrying about these things, these man-made things, these rumors of war, these ploys, these tricks that they use to control us. And we start focusing on the real issues. The real issue is this. We are the people. We are the 90%. We are the power. We are the force. We are their armies, navies, Air Force, Secret Service, police force, firemen. We are their truck drivers, their shippers, their warehouse workers. We are their buyers and consumers. Without us, there's nothing happens. So what we believe in our mind, becomes our reality. So it's time for us to change our reality, people. Or the reality they have set for us, the reality they have indoctrinated into us through education and religion and all other types of form of trickery, will be surely our doom. For the last 2-3 years, sometimes people can say 4 to 5, we all can say that we've been feeling something ain't right. We all been a little bit on the edge. We all been a little moody. We all been a little bit more serious. It's because our spirit, our energy in our body, our essence, our intelligence, our conscience is telling us that something is wrong. So this is what we're going to do about it. I'm going to put a link, which will just be an email. Not even a link. I'm going to leave my email. This is how we're going to figure out who's who. I'm going to send an email, and all you got to do is contact me in your own words that you in. Once you're in, I will send you a link to information that I'm speaking in a video so that you can have for yourself, as well as a date at the end of the page of the information when a fundraiser will be live for us all to participate. Now, this fundraiser is to show our power. And this fundraiser is also to start the first step of us securing our reality, our present reality, not something in the future, years from now, our present state of reality. So what we will do is this fundraiser, what we will do is buy land, large acreage, first home office, with the very first month of the fundraiser. And a website so that we can go on and communicate with each other. Now, this website ain't a place where you're going to send videos to and give any type of information to. No, this website is going to be strictly for us to talk and vote on things that we need. Once we vote, we will mass produce these things that we need with the proper 3D technology that we also will purchase from the money from the website. Now, once we have the land down and a few of housing for members to be at, to run the facility and the website we'll pick which products that we will make first with the 3D printers to mass produce and put on the shelves nationwide. At the same time that we will be doing that, we will take some of the materials that we have gained from the website, from the fundraiser, and we will produce a full body protection outfit to where it links us all together, stops blunt force, knife attack, arrow, bullet, and even some explosive rounds. It protects you from viruses, every form, because it produces its own oxygen, so you're not breathing the oxygen from outside, so you cannot pass or contract any pathogen of any form. So you'll be completely secure and not having to worry about a vaccine. While we're mass producing the products and putting on shelves and bringing in revenue, we will produce a members card where we will take 50% of its earnings and putting it into the member card evenly, to where everyone gets an equal amount of the 50% share of the corporation. So now us members are making $100,000 a year. The money that comes in from the rest of it to keep the 3D printers running, to keep mass producing products, but at the same time, they will start mass producing housing, self-sustaining housing, to where we don't have to pay utilities, where everyone will have transportation, where our neighborhoods will be secure with the highest level of technology, to where our families can work 4 to 6 hours a day in their community, look out the window from the job and see their children at school, learning and training and education that's for today, learning how to be a business owner, to be a dreamer, and making their dreams visions in life, to create technology far surpass what we have now, to make sure that our children and grandchildren have a life that we never seen. These things are all possible right here and right now. See, that's why I say you don't listen to these people out here now. The preachers have failed us. The actors and musicians have failed us. Our senators have failed us. All religious people have failed us. That's leaders. Because they didn't tell us that we could just buy some land and some technology and start mass producing and bring the abundance of wealth, bring the jobs back and do it ourselves and have our own security. Because we are, like I said, the police, the Navy, the Air Force, we're the shippers, the boatmen, we're everyone. So we don't need no one else to do anything, because no one else does anything really but deceive us and control us. So it proves that just a handful of actors could have changed things in America. A handful of preachers could have changed things in America. A handful of religious people from the Pope all the way down could have changed things in America. No one has. No one has, because people have this ego to want to be the one in charge. You can look at just people on YouTube. Once they get 1 million followers and they got people following, you try to contact them on linking up to do something together, they don't ever respond to you. They don't want to respond to you, because they could see if you have a true heart and you're telling the truth and that you're in it for everybody. They like, hey, wait a minute, man. How we gonna make some bread off that? We gonna make bread when we all got bread. We gonna make money when we all got money. See, this is the thing, people. We're following false leaders. We should be following what's in ourselves, because what's in us tells us the truth. You could hear someone talking, and deep down in your soul, you could tell if they're telling the truth. If you go past all the and all that emotional baggage they do with the sound pitching that they're taught in school to try to make you feel like you're feeling a Holy Ghost, when it's really a charge of adrenaline or energy of blood pressure rising in you. So, my people, we'll get this fundraiser going. We'll purchase some land, home office, and as time go on, because once we're on the website and we're picking which products we do, and I want people to know it's going to be strictly based on the percentage of voting. But I want us to understand we can't be dreamers. We got to make sure that the products that we pick and decided to mass produce are things that are selling, things that are going to bring abundance. We don't want to just make a whole bunch of stuff of what we feel should be here to help us. Because we'll be working on them things at the same time for our communities. Once we have people in our community, have all of our communities together, then we can go outside and start helping others. But first, we must secure national resources. We must have our own river access. We must have our own access to an ocean. Must have our own access to air. We must have our own access to food sources from our vegetables and all of our produce and whatever livestock that we decide to consume. We must have that for ourselves to make sure that it ain't being indoctrinated with any false additives, as I like to say, and make sure that everything's pure. Make sure that our education department is correct for these children. Make sure that our security force knows that they're there to secure us and not there to bully or bribe or to insult or intimidate or to destroy anyone in the community. We won't have to worry about UNs and armies and governments telling us what to do because we are the country. We all we'll be so used to voting for everything that when it comes down to voting for government or senators or bills or laws, we will make sure that we're involved in all that. Because I don't think that should no representative be able to pass a bill or a law without the citizens' approval, because we're the ones affected by them laws and bills. But yet they are able to pass stuff without even our permission. When did we let that happen? We was never supposed to let over 19 years go by without us making sure that our government knew that it's us that run it, that we are the ones that put them in place, that had confidence in them that they could do the job correctly. Now that we see that the majority of them can't, and it's on both sides because they're all the same thing. Really tell the truth, I think the day should come for we to decide to dismantle both parties and make just one party. Shouldn't be no two parties in our government. There should be just one party of good people. And I don't think that if you ain't worked in 30 years and don't know what it means to sweat, you shouldn't be running our country. You should know what it means to sweat. You should know what it means to not have the money to pay a bill and have to take a side job. You should know what it means to go in the refrigerator and realize you got to go to the pantry. If you don't know none of them things, you shouldn't be running the country. Especially when your family been in office 80 years and all of y'all is just rich kids who know nothing but other than what you read in a book. No actual hands-on experience. Sad the people we put in charge of us. Sad what we have allowed. It's time for us to change that. And these are the proper steps of doing that. All of us focusing on one thing at a time. We're going to focus on getting some land, get the proper technology so we can mass produce and bring abundance of wealth to each one of us. We're going to focus on making sure that we have the technology to protect us from these vaccines, these viruses, the terrorists, gun violence, police brutality. We'll have technology set in place for everything that we face. If aliens come, they better beware. If devils come out of the fiery pit, we're going to have some technology for that too. And you know, I'm not trying to make a joke out of this, my people. I'm letting you know that whatever comes our way, we have what's inside of us already placed in us to whatever comes our way to be able to defeat it, to climb over it, to break it down, to go under it, to drown it, to burn it out. We have the technology and the intelligence to do so. So nothing can defeat us. That's the words of my creator. Nothing can defeat us when we put our minds to it. So let us work together. Let us stand together and make the proper steps to where this journey that we on end up in a good place. So I thank you, my people. I want you to go down, check the link. Once you hit this link, all you're doing is it's just an email. You just letting me know that you're in. then I'll send you the proper information on some of the stuff we're doing, because we're going to have a trauma center to help people. So let's get it. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. The email me, and I'm going to send you the link and tell you when the fundraisers are going live, and we're going to change the world step at a time.